right, man, let's talk about the Pistons. Blake Griffin was on a podcast. Everybody got a podcast now. I think it was called Part My Take or something like that, where he basically said that he get love for Detroit fans, but he believes the majority hates him. I don't think nobody hates Blake Griffin. I'm trying to figure out a way out of this hospital. I don't think nobody hates Blake Griffin. I think people hated the trade. You know what I'm saying? I think people hated the trade. But he said I gave him my all. I think that was evident that he literally did give it his all. He literally did give it his all. So I think that was like wild evident in my humble opinion, bro. I think he balled out. You know, he changed his game. Even kind of before he got here, he knew that he couldn't jump and be athletic. He had to add to his game. He worked on his handles. He worked on his jumper. He worked on his playmaking. He worked on his catch and shoot. You know, and he made all NBA third team. Probably would have made second if he didn't get injured. Or some guys just can't handle. Some guys just can't handle that grind. That happened to Penny Hardaway when Shaq left. And he had to do everything. He just can handle the grind. People understand 82 games is a lot. You know, 82 games is a lot. You know, and some people just can't handle that physical grind. You know, so it is what it is. But I feel that I think a lot of people was like, here, which I'm not a big platform, so I'm not. A lot of people, they like any trade the Pistons make. There's people on there saying, "Oh, you hating and you just hating on the Pistons." I'm like, why would I just want to hate on anybody? I don't wake up, you just hate that. I don't wake up when I hate on nobody. That ain't my MO. I really don't care. I'm just giving my opinion, and I thought it was a bad trade. You know, he had a good, half a season run. You know, but it just, but then again, we can make the case that, hey, man, they hit the reset button and that still ain't work. You know, we've been saying rebuild, do a total rebuild. Got the number 1 pick and that still ain't work. You know, so, shit, people make a good point. People make a damn good point. So, no matter what you do, if your organization ain't on code or they ain't, got a good structure, it ain't gonna work. Rebuild on the fly, free agency, a combination of everything. It ain't gonna work. I didn't hate the guy. I actually was a Blake Griffin fan, to be honest. Even when he was at Oklahoma, man, who didn't love Blake Griffin, to be honest, unless you was a Laker fan? That's the real shit. Who didn't love Blake Griffin? Real talk. Who didn't love Blake Griffin? That's real spill. A dunk contest, and he kept that interesting, and he had a really good personality, funny guy. So no, I don't think people hated him. He literally gave it his all. It might have just been frustration of the Pistons just simply not winning, bro. But I don't feel like anybody hated him. I think people might not have liked the trade. They might have hated the trade. But hate is such a strong word. But sometimes it's necessary to describe more how you feel. Some people be like, I can't stand his ass. And, it's a lot of times, I tell y'all, jealousy is, hatred starts from jealousy that manifests into hatred. Everybody gets jealous. What you do with your jealousy is up to you. Some people let it, I lost my top. It is what it is. Some people let it, some people let it turn them into to hatred. Some people just don't brush it off, and it is what it is. So it is what it is. But I don't think too many people hated him. mean, shit, he did everything he could do. The coach wasn't good. Reggie Jackson was a bad contract. So he balled. I think he gave kind of like with Grant Hill on his bad ankle his last year in Detroit. I think Blake Griffin gave his best time, his in his prime, to a losing situation in Detroit. You know, I think that's what it was. So, but yeah, he bought out just to the point where there's an organization that still don't know what they're doing. You would like to see him go to a situation where he could have, really been on the pedestal of, TV-wise to see what he really can do. But when he was making the money that Blake Griffin was making, that was going to be hard to fit under a contract. Let's keep it funky. That was going to be hard to fit under a contract, on the team's contract. So, he didn't officially retire. The credit to him. Seemed like a really good dude. Seemed like he had a really good post-basketball career. He got mad at Steve Ballmer. I think it was like he wouldn't trade him and then traded him. A lot of guys want transparency, but in business, things change. Things change. You had the whole situation with Donald Sterling. I mean, he probably got some stories to tell. And this is why it's interesting where you end up when you get drafted in some of these NBA franchises. It's very interesting when you get drafted because that can change your whole career around. That can change your whole career around where you get drafted. Some guys get money up front. Some guys, go to the right place and it all work out. They get their money on the back end or something. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I don't think Piston fans hate Blake. A lot of them. I think at this point, I think people appreciate it. He gave it his all. He came here. I mean, he was a great mentor. He was giving the guys gifts, helping the guys get to where they need to get to as men and as basketball players, being a true vet. I mean, he took it in good stride. He was at Michigan football games, and he embraced being here. So, like I said before, I think people hated the trade. But even now, we've seen years later, because people that hated the trade probably just wanted the Pistons to start completely over. That's what they wanted. They wanted the Pistons to start completely over. That's what they wanted. And now that we start completely over, it didn't matter. You might not have a shitty payroll, but what you worry about their pockets for? Because a lot of people don't believe nobody coming to Detroit regardless. So that don't even fucking matter, do it? That don't matter. So we could pop shit all day. Real talk, we could pop shit all day. But the fact remains, for real, the fact remains that I think he gave it his all here, bro. He balled out. As long as his body physically allowed him to ball out, to go all out. So shout out to Blake, man. Check out the Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Ooh, that tag itching the hell out of me. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support, man. Peace.